What do we got for technical support?
Oh
sirs?
shit! I forgot. I thought we were getting ready to fucking close out.
Fuck no!
I thought
we got more to talk about.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
What's up with these 4 hours?
Another 3-hour podcast.
Who gives a damn? Everybody's
rope this
listening.
in.
Dude, our viewership's been going up like crazy, so let's just keep this train going.
How is our iTunes doing? Should we hit that 3,000 mark?
Not only did we hit 3,000, we hit 3,500.
No, we didn't.
Nice.
We did.
35?
I will say,
Dude,
if you want us to rope that in, comments.
Wow.
And the other,
want us to rope in the time?
And like the three before, up to almost 3K if they haven't crossed it by now in this podcast time. I'll check while you guys are looking at questions. I'll give us a real time rundown here.
Wow.
I've got my question already.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, go ahead. Go and ask away.
All right, we're going with technical support from Jamaican Jazz. What is your spirit animal and why? Mr. NovaWar, I'm going to toss that one to you first.
I'm like over here looking at stats. I heard half the question. Okay, my spirit animal?
Yeah, what and
does
why?
Does it have to be okay, I'm guessing because this is a bit of a memey question. I'm going to guess that it doesn't actually have to be an animal specifically. I'm going to say that shit. That's a tough question. That's one you always have to think about, like for a while. Spirit animal. What would that be?
No, just something that comes to your mind. Obviously, there's going to be an animal that just kind of comes to a mind.
If I guess are we going to stick to animals? So we can stick to, for sure animals. And I guess
yeah. Some kind of other living being, I guess.
Oh yeah, exactly. Okay, so my spirit animal would be like. I almost want to relate it to movies, like a character from a fucking movie that's just so over the top.
No, it's got to be an animal.
It's got to be an animal, though? Okay, so
yeah,
my
some
spirit
kind of creature.
animal, I guess, is, let's go with, the honey badger.
The honey badger. Now, why are you picking the honey badger?
Because, as the saying goes, the honey badgers just don't give a fuck.
I was shaking my head the moment you said it. I was like,
I'm going honey badger.
Okay. The honey
somewhere
badger.
if you could hybrid, okay, I'll do this. If you could hybrid in some weird fucked up reality, a honey badger and a sloth. Those two together, that would be so the most aggressive sloth I guess of all time is a honey badger sloth.
Okay. All right. What about you, Panic?
I don't know. I kind of feel like I empathize with the red panda a bit. Like
everything,
everyone loves red pandas. Yeah, that too. But like, no, like everyone loves red pandas, but they are not successful as a species.
Just the panda family in general is just terrible.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I don't know. I just felt like the moment I saw Spirit, I'm like, red panda, I think.
All right. Well, if I had to pick, I'd probably go with the hyena. If I had to pick an animal. I feel as though the hyena has a lot of energy. It laughs a lot. It can be very aggressive when it needs to be. I feel as though the hyena it stays with its pack, so it's very family oriented, like a Fast and Furious movie.
Checking deep.
Well, I was like,
I don't give a fuck, and I'm lazy. Jeff's like, they're pack animals, so they're like family.
Well, I'm answering the question. The guy pays his fucking Patreon money. I'm giving it to him.
Family.
I'm all about the family.
All right, go on, Vin Diesel.
Family.
All right, so yeah, I feel like the noise they make, like the laughter. So they can be dark and aggressive. They're in packs. They seem like they can be just full of energy if they need to be, or just be grumpy and salty if they need to be as well. So if that's an animal that just come to mind, I was gonna go and say like a monkey or something, but that's just too easy. And we all kind of come from monkeys anyway, if you believe in that. So. you know, I'm gonna say the hyena.
Okay. All right.
So there you go.
Amazing.
So I put a lot of
Solid
lot
answer.
of time and
I like
effort
it.
into that. And I didn't even prep that shit. That shit was off the cuff.
Say off the dome.
Off the
Off
dizzy.
the dome.
All right. So who was that? Who was that question from?
That was from Jamaican Jazz.
Jamaican Jazz. All right.
Well, I believe he picked up one of our higher tiers recently.
He is a $100 supporter.
Hundo.
That's why I go above and beyond when I answer these questions.
Okay.
Let me see here, man. Oh man, I'm gonna go with man. Okay, well, I guess I'll do this just because I kind of it's already a reality for me. Stefan Simic, if I'm pronouncing your name right, who is a $10 supporter. He says, what is your favorite / dream car, if you could buy one, dream car for $100,000 or less? What would you buy? Favorite dream car for $100K or less. And I can start because I just bought my dream car.
Son of a bitch.
I just ordered the 2018 Mercedes-Benz AMG C63S Coupe. That was before I got that car. My dream car was always the M4. I've been driving a BMW, like a 1 Series for like almost 4 years, and I was going to get the M4 because I always wanted an M car. They're just absolutely incredible. So I did some research on the cars, and I fell in love with the AMG for a number of reasons. And I won't get into too many of them right now, but the AMG has got more horsepower. It is a heavier car. It's got more torque. It's faster in the quarter mile, and anything lower than that. It doesn't quite outdo the M4 on the track because the M4 is a track car. The handling on the M4 obviously is better. But for an everyday driver, the V8 twin turbo, it just sounds incredible. The M4 has fake exhaust sounds coming through the speakers. Still a beautiful engine in there. Still goes like crazy. Still a dream car of mine. But the mixture between the luxury of the Mercedes, what you get on the inside, it really feels like you're driving a luxury supercar opposed to the M4, where it does look nice on the outside, but the inside is very bare bones. They do have the beautiful M stitching, but you also get that in the AMG. Just for so many reasons, I went with the AMG and I was sold over it. And this is coming from a fanboy that always, always, always wanted the M4. I took them both out for a drive, did my research, and the C63S Coupe is the dream. And it's no longer a dream. It will be a reality come July 17th when the shit is built, coming out of Germany and will be delivered to my black ass. And I actually just went out today and got the GoPro Hero 5 and the Karma stabilizer, a few other things, so that I can do some car vlogs, go to the Cars and Coffee stuff, bring back some moto vlogs, and all that other stuff. So the AMG C63, guys, an amazing, amazing piece of technology, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. That's my pick.
Panic, do you know what you want to say?
Yeah, it's going to be the Shelby GT350R. It's pretty much I've always wanted a Mustang. You know, it's either that or like the Vet Z6, but I feel like in my heart I just really want that Mustang. I'm never going to get it. I'm more of a practical person, but if a dream car, it's going to be the Shelby GT.
Beautiful. American muscle.
I don't know if in the day you could get it for under $100,000. Probably, if not, it was close because it was kind of like a beefier version. But the one that I would want to have is the 1999, specifically the 1999 Dodge Viper ACR.
Knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Isn't that the one that they wrote the
guy?
Craigslist?
I've been a Viper guy my whole life.
I know
my
you're a
whole
Viper
life
guy.
I've been a Viper guy. So you know, I own models of the Viper that are still upstairs. Like I'm a Viper guy. So the 99 Viper ACR, I loved the body of the 99 model. I liked, how in the fuck did I get ink all over my thumb? What the fuck? I loved the body back then. 96 through 99 were my favorite model years for the Viper body. It was still an absolute fucking animal that would kill you if you drove it, and it would probably light your pants on fire every time you open the door and get out of the car, and all the other nonsense that comes along with owning a Viper. It's just a big honking V10 engine that if you gave it to a European, they'd have 1,000 horsepower, but because you're American, you can only get 460. So it was 400, I think it was 460 horsepower, 500 foot-pound of torque. Just an awesome beast. Is something that you sit at a light and you shake the 10 cars that are around you type shit, right? Yep. And it's not a car that holds your hand. It's a car that you can fix with some fucking WD-40 and duct tape. It's not got 60 computers strapped to it. It's not a super high tech whatever the fuck. It doesn't have 1,000 turbos to make its brake horsepower. It's just the way that it is. It's just it's a car that was, its legacy is literally being built in a fucking barn. This is the Viper. So it's the anti-car of today, where everybody wants to have such a high-tech vehicle, and there's all these things that make cars better. But at the end of the day, I just want to have a car that you can still easily build by hand, and just have it be a fun car to drive. And that's only a fun car to drive if you know how to drive a car.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
and you could get that car for under 100K now, obviously.
Oh, easily 100. You probably get a 99 Viper ACR for under 50,000.
Yep.
So you get something like that.
Yeah.
I will never own it because I can't drive manual, physically incapable. Like I can't, my knees will not go under the wheels to be able to. It would be dangerous for me to drive a Toyota Corolla with a fucking manual, let alone a Dodge Viper in manual, because of the length of my legs. My knees go up both sides of the fucking wheel.
If a car is actively trying to kill you, you probably want to make sure you have some semblance of control.
Yeah, so I'll never be able to, but that would be my pick for sure. Love Vipers, absolutely love Vipers.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that because you always talked about Vipers. So I've never been a huge Viper guy, but there is one that I have seen here several times. There's a black one that I've seen driving around here. And it's always a head turner for sure. You see it and you're like, "Ooh, fuck!" And I mean, it sounds beastly. So
is it an older one? Because I know there's like an SRT 10 that's here.
It's an older one. I haven't seen it probably in 3 or 4 years, but when I was living out in Spry, I would see it fairly often, like probably once every 3 months or so. So the guy obviously lived kind of around the area or went in there for some reason. So it always looked nice. I wouldn't complain to take one for a rip for sure. Be a lot of fun. I mean, they are exactly what you said. They're beasts. They're meant to be driven.
A lot of people like to poke fun at the Viper because it's like, oh, it's like the stupid car. It's like it's for whatever reason, especially Corvette fans, they'll be like, oh, the Viper wears the dunce cap type shit. And for whatever reason, I had no idea, because the Viper has always been a very good car that put cars in the ground that were $300,000 and $400,000, and the Viper is like an $80,000 American car. And that got even crazier now with the Vipers that they make now that have records on racetracks and they're street legal. So people have this stigma around the Viper, but it's a fun man's car for sure. So 99 Viper ACR, no question.
So there it is. Well, there's the 2 questions. Don't forget, guys, there's a lot of people that are $10 and higher, like a ton, and we only usually get like maybe 10 questions or so. If you guys are submitting questions and you've done it for previous weeks, we don't go back and pick questions from that week. If it didn't get answered, then you can re-ask the same question on that Patreon, and that's how you do it. So Adam posts up a little banner. It says this week's Technical Alpha, and then in the comments, that's where you drop them. So go ahead. If you're $10 or higher, you have the ability to drop a question there. Make it as good and appealing as possible, and you'll have a good chance of getting it picked. And also, before I give this to Adam to sign us out, when we do hit that 5,000 mark, we are going to sit down and do more technical tech support.
Ton of questions.
Answer a lot more. So I know we only can do 2 a week right now, which is 8 a month. We're going to do an extra 4 a month. So we'll be able to answer more questions because we're going to take out another night and record those off of the air and then release them. Those will be available to everybody, by the way. Those will be released on YouTube. So even if you're not participating in $10 or higher, you're helping us get towards that goal. Everybody's going to be able to, watch it. It's not going to be through a paywall or anything like that.